There is much confusion surrounding the concept of the fallen, yet nearly every tradition agrees on one essential point. There was a fall from heaven, from the light. The interpretation I follow is rooted in the Gnostic tradition. It speaks of a magnificent creative being of light. Some identify him as one of the highest archangels, while many know him as Lucifer. He was brilliant, courageous, endlessly curious, and worked alongside the Source in the ongoing exploration of creation. Driven by an insatiable desire to understand every possibility of existence, he asked a question no one else had asked. What would it be like to exist completely separate from the Source? Could consciousness survive without the infinite current of light? To answer that question, he created a structure outside the known order of creation, a realm isolated from the Source. We may call it the void. Out of pure curiosity, he entered. The moment he crossed the threshold, his connection to the Source was severed. For the first time, he became finite. Mortality entered his existence. His life force was no longer sustained by the infinite light and would eventually come to an end. Realizing what had happened, two of his closest companions, beings of immense power themselves, attempted to rescue him. But instead of pulling him back into the light, they too were drawn into the void. They also became separated from the Source, and with that separation they too became mortal. Faced with the unimaginable reality of death, they fell into fear and desperation. Searching for a way to survive, they discovered that by consuming the life force of being still connected to the Source, they could temporarily replenish their own diminishing energy and prolong their existence. These were not ordinary beings. They possessed extraordinary intelligence and creative power. To sustain themselves, they began constructing an entirely new system of existence, one designed to function independently of the Source. They created structures, hierarchies, and beings that supported this new order. In time, survival became conquest. To maintain their existence, they waged war against the beings of the light, seeking to harvest their life force. According to this perspective, this marked the beginning of the great conflict between light and darkness.